I debated a very long time whether or not to make this video. I didn't want to come across as riding the wave of media coverage on violence and hate against the Asian community. And it's not like I have a large audience here on YouTube. But I guess that's all the more reason why I should be making this video. My name is Brian Leung, and I was born in China on June 28, 1988. My grandparents were ecstatic when they met me because I was their only grandson. My grandfather named me Leung Gun-heng. Leung is my family name. Gun means champion. Heng can mean happiness or prosperous. To be quite honest, this name is not very nice sounding, nor is it poetic. But I guess that's all because my grandparents were basically uneducated farmers. But it also represented the hopes and dreams that they had in me, their only grandson. My parents emigrated to Canada shortly after I was born, and my sister and I were raised by our grandparents. She was raised by my mom's parents, and I was raised by my dad's parents. In 1993, my sister and I were reunited with each other and reunited with our parents when we emigrated to Canada as well. At that time, we adopted the names Jessica and Brian because my mom wanted us to have an easier time integrating into Canadian society. But we also kept our Chinese names as middle names. We weren't well off back then. My dad worked in a restaurant, as many Chinese immigrants did, and I guess still do. And my mom was a babysitter for other families. But despite our circumstances, my mom was adamant on hiring someone to teach us proper English because she didn't want us growing up speaking with an accent. Now, when I think back to it, the names were not just chosen out of convenience. This name represented her dreams and hopes in my sister and I for a new life in Canada. I'm proud of my name and my heritage, but I wasn't always like this. I remember a large part of my childhood being ashamed of my name, being ashamed of being Chinese, being different. And I equated success to not being Chinese. So it was amazing to learn about entrepreneurs like Tony Hsieh and Jack Ma, that people like me can make it. They proved to me that my last name is not an obstacle to success. But that's not enough. I want to live in a world where the kids don't have to be ashamed of their names. They don't have to be ashamed of their lunches that smell or looks weird. I don't want to live in a world where people have to second guess whether they were passed up for a promotion because of who they are. I want to live in a world where people are not judged by the way they sound, look, or who they are. Now I want to speak to you for a moment, you who have been feeling like their name, their identity have impacted their success. People believe in you. People will believe in you, whether in the present or in the future. So celebrate the successes that you have, no matter how small, and share it with people around you. All of this is because representation matters. Showing someone that another person like themselves are able to be successful matters. But it's important to remember that celebrating the wins of the minority is not at the expense of the majority. It's not a zero-sum game. A rising tide lifts all boats. And to those who have been hurt by the recent events, I'm in the same boat with you. I'm hurting as well. But how I've always approached situations like this is with love and forgiveness. You can't shake hands with a clenched fist, and you cannot change and achieve this change we're looking for overnight. And don't even get me started about having people adopt new behaviors. I try to influence people with ads on a daily basis, and trust me, it's not done after one time seeing an ad. And just like in advertising, persistence is key. Lastly, I want to end off this video with something I've learned through the years. And I guess my good friend Bill says it the best. What's in a name? That which we call a rose, by any other name, would smell as sweet.